Hello, everyone. Welcome back to more Spirit Island. Yes, the series continues despite the visibly dwindling viewership numbers. That's all right. It's what I'm playing, so if you guys are into it, then I'm glad you're enjoying. And if you're not, then you're not watching this video, so who cares about you? In the last episode, we played a moderate complexity spirit, Volcano. Volcano? So I thought that we would today try one of the high complexity spirits, Downpour Drenches the World. I looked over their spirit board, although not their cards yet, off camera. And I thought that they seemed pretty good against Sweden. And we just played Sweden, but it would be nice to show that I actually beat them by, like, being good, and it wasn't just some fluke. I mean, even if you are good, you can lose against a level 6 adversary, but I thought I'd give Sweden another go. Sweden 6. So we have to do the setup first. What's the deal there? Put one presence on your starting board in the lowest numbered wetland. What is all this shit? Scenario markers? Oh, they're reminders. Okay, I see. Did it say lowest numbered? It never says lowest numbered. It does say lowest numbered. Okay. Well, here we are. Most spirits, you set stuff up in the highest numbered, whatever, because that's closer to inland. Okay, so we start here. Now, let's do the initial explore before we get into what the spirit is about. Oh, hang on. Sweden. I should read the rules because I think their initial explore is different, right? Okay, say during Ravage, during setup, during Ravage, during setup, after adding all other invaders, discard the top card of the invader deck. On each board, add one town to the land of that terrain with the fewest invaders. So that mountain means there should be a town here. Great. Now the initial explore is Wetlands. How nice. I'm already there. Hopefully that's good. Yeah, okay, and that's the only additional setup. Wetlands. Nothing special during Explorer. Except, of course, on their escalation. I think it's all Ravage, right? Aside from the initial setup. When they do damage during Ravage, add Blight. Stuff does more damage. Setup. During Ravage. During setup. Yeah, so they only have special abilities during Ravage and, of course, Escalate, as everybody does. Okay, so let's look at our powers and see what's going on. So we are kind of like a rain god, or spirit, not god. In the same way that River Surges and Sunlight and Ocean are water-themed spirits. We're also water-themed, as you can tell by the presence tracks. But ours is flavored as being more about rain than about anything else. So we have 3 growth options. Pick one. Pretty standard there. We can add 0, 2, or 1 presence. We have a unique, I believe, growth option. The second growth option up in the top right includes discard 2 power cards, which is obviously a pretty hefty penalty, but there are advantages to that. Is this one with 5? No. One of the spirits has 5 starting powers, and I thought it might be us because we discard a bunch of cards. But no. Okay. Downpour Drenches the World, right. So it's very tough for us to come by energy, it looks like, right? We don't have much in the growth options, and our presence only goes up to 2. So how do we ever get energy? Well, it turns out we can. So our special rules, we have 2. Drench the landscape. Spirit actions and special rules treat your sacred sites as wetlands in addition to the printed terrain. So it's kind of the opposite of River Surges in Sunlight, where your presence in wetlands counts as sacred sites. Instead, your sacred sites count as wetlands. So I imagine it could be kind of a fun little combo with River, but probably like not that great a combo because you're not going to share presence in too many lands most of the time, probably. But I don't know. I guess we do get to add our presence pretty far away. Maybe we could stretch over to River's land to help out if necessary. Anyway, that won't be happening in this solo game. And the second special rule, pour down power across the land. For each 2 water you have during the fast or slow power phase, You may either gain 1 energy or repeat one of your land targeting power cards by paying its cost again. And just like all repeats, it doesn't have to target the same land. And they give you some markers to remember how often you're allowed to do this. And even if you somehow get together 12 water, you can only do this 5 times. How insulting. I don't think I'm that likely to have 12 water. So this is our alternate energy source. And also a way to make up for not having so many cards. You can activate the same card multiple times if you're willing to pay for it multiple times. The playstyle, by the way, remarks that we care a lot about how useful is this power in the current context. You usually discard some of your power cards during growth, and so you don't get to play them all. And so cards that are less useful, you should throw away rather than trying to make them any good. And it benefits more than most spirits from having lots of presence. Both due to one of its innate powers and its uniques. Okay, so speaking of innate powers, we have Rain and Mud suppress conflict. This is a pretty powerful defend. It costs nothing. Well, sorry. It targets yourself, and it affects every land that you have presence in. So, as long as you have the elements for it, of course. So that seems pretty good. Each of your presence grants defend 1 and lowers Dahan counterattack damage by a total of 1. And then you get the same thing if you have even more water and also some earth. And if you have a ton of water and 3 air and 2 earth, you add some fear, and invaders and Dahan have less health. Okay. So it seems like we're probably just going to be using that as defend, but it also means Dahan will be less effective for us. That's one reason that Sweden are kind of seem good to me, is like they're going to start eating up the Dahan at some point, and we don't want to depend on them too much. Our last unique is also fast and targets at range 0. Water nourishes life's growth. We can gain energy, and we can remove presence. Remove, not destroy. But it doesn't say, unlike most of the times when presence is like permanently removed, it doesn't say you can't put it back. If we have more, you can gain even more energy and gather a Dahan. And if you have a ton of elements, you basically just stop all blight from entering the land. So this also seems good against Sweden, who add extra blight. Both level 1 and level 3 of this power. So the fact that we care less about Dahan and have ways to deal with blight and make this spirit seem good against Sweden to me. But I'm gonna try to look up I don't know. I guess I'm not likely to add any of my destroyed presence either way. I can look it up if it ever matters. Like, if I drew Blazing Renewal, it might matter whether my presence was like, it wasn't removed. It was removed but not destroyed. So I guess I can't re-add it as destroyed presence. I guess? But the question is, like, what happens if it's removed? Does it go back onto my presence track? I kind of need to know that. Downpour Drenches the World. Removed presence. Removed presence. Okay. It still goes back into the destroyed presence pool. It just avoids things that key off of presence destruction. So that was one interpretation I thought might be possible. Okay. Doesn't seem terribly important, but now we know. And our presence tracks, notably, we get like the ability to move presence around, which I assume is useful because we have an ability where our presence provides defend, and so you just move it to wherever they're ravaging, hopefully, would be the idea. Anyway, what about our unique powers? These I haven't even looked at. Unbreakable Deluge. Unbearable Deluge. Good elements, obviously. Our uniques will always have good elements, I assume. 1 fear, push 2 Dahan, defend 3. If the target land is wetlands, isolate it. I think we talked about isolate in a recent video, but I don't remember which one or in how much detail. So to isolate a land is to make it not adjacent to any other lands. As far as invader pieces are concerned. So you can, if you choose, you can allow it to be adjacent selectively. But most of the time you'll say no, it's not adjacent. So this stops them from exploring. If they are... Actually, that affects a Sweden special power, right? Their power number 5. When ravaging adds blight, add a town to an adjacent land without a building. If the land were isolated, then you would say, oh, unlucky, there's no adjacent lands, you don't get to add any towns. Now, of course, in order to do that, you have to have presence in that land, and so it's kind of a bummer if they're adding blight in that case. But, okay, sure, it could be useful. And there's other reasons. Like, isolating is just generally good, but because it can sometimes stop and explore, but it's hard to predict. Gift of Abundance. Do we care about sun? I don't think we do, right? Yeah. Okay. Target spirit either gains 2 energy or may repeat 1 power card this turn by paying its cost. Okay, so it's basically like my built-in rule, but as a power card. Either you or target spirit, so I guess me, may add 1 destroyed presence to a wetlands where you have presence. Okay. Foundations sink into mud. 2 damage to a town. If target land is wetlands, boy, we sure care a lot about wetlands, not a surprise. You may instead deal 1 damage to each town and city. Okay, so you may. We might choose not to if we want to make sure we destroy a town. 2 damage to town. That doesn't mean a single town, right? You can spread it across multiple towns if you want. I think so. It'd be a little bit weird to say otherwise. It could matter. It could be different from destroying a town even if you were required to target the same one. Because, like, for example, England, like 5 or 6 makes their buildings have more health. But I think this means you can spread it out. So if we had 2 towns that were damaged, we could finish them both off with this. And here's another isolate. Range 1 from a wetlands where you have presence. Push up to 1 explorer and up to 2 Dahan. I'm sorry, I should have read the power. Dark skies loose a stinging rain. Okay, so we have a 0 and 3 1s. That's going to make it a bit difficult to play a bunch of cards. In the first couple of turns, anyway. But we're going to, I suspect, quickly start gaining a bunch of water from this top track. This seems like the place to be, right? Especially since we were lucky, I think, to have the invaders begin in the wetlands that are near me, right? I just want to put more presence into them. None of my stuff needs sacred sites, right? Right. But my presence provides additional defend here. Where am I getting earth from? Not my presence track. There's at least 2 of my power cards have earth on them. Okay. So how much do I have to deal with them attacking for in the ravage phase? Here, they're going to attack for 4 because of the Sweden special rule that towns attack for 3. Here, they're going to attack for like a shitload, right? If I can't do anything about them. Let me bring up the Invader UI. I forgot to advance the Invader power, or deck. There we go. So we're going to build in Wetlands, and then soon after they'll Ravage. So I'm pretty sure I could defend enough here without any real trouble if I wanted. Especially if I played this. But I don't have to. But just with my presence, I could do it. Or, I suppose, I could just destroy the town this turn and then let the guy kill himself on the Dahan. And how much are they really attacking for here? 5, 8, 9? It's going to be pretty tough to stop. But if I can defend for like 4, then I can stop Sweden from doing their thing of adding double blight. So that would be worth something. And also isolating it would stop it from spreading another town, as I was talking about before. So what this means, gosh, is that I think I would like to play this next turn. To defend 3 here. Bringing their damage down from 9 to 6, and then also at least 1 for having a presence there, and then all this rain and mud, right? This card does have air on it. So I think that's a pretty important thing to do. It means I'm losing some presence, which is a bummer, but seems very much worthwhile. But at any rate, that tells me exactly what I want to do with my first 2 turns, right? I want to just add a ton of presence into these lands, probably. And discard the other 2 cards, Gift of Abundance and Dark Skies Loose a Stinging Rain. Alright, that seems like an okay opening. Let's do that. So I'm going to take my growth option is this one to add 2 presence at range 2. They don't have to be in the same place, but I would like them to be, I think. Well, would I? Oh, here's a problem. My presence here is actually a little counterproductive in a way, because it's going to reduce attack damage by 1 and Dahan counterattack damage by 1. Now, if I destroy the town, which I was planning to do, then that's fine. They would only be attacking for 1. But then, assuming that I hit my threshold, which I plan to do, it just requires air, and I want to play this card, which has air on it. I'll actually hit my threshold, and the invader, the explorer, will not attack. So I can deal with that. I just need to make sure I know it ahead of time. It means that next turn I won't gain 2 presence off this top track. I'll gain at least 1 off the bottom track to allow me to evacuate that wetlands so that the combat actually happens. Okay. So I'm going to gain my 1 energy from my growth. I have to discard 2 cards. Oh, I shouldn't do that yet. I should finish resolving growth. I gain 2 water this turn only, so I'll just put it here. And I discard 2 power cards, and we decided it was Gift of Abundance and Dark Skies Loose a Stinging Rain that I don't want this cycle. Oh! I can't actually take this action twice, can I? I'm going to have to take this one next turn, which is fine. I can still use this to move a presence, and I think that's important to do. And I'll probably take this again on the third turn. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Because I'll have 2 cards. Right? I'm playing only one and I'm gaining another. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll want to reclaim. I probably will. Unless I top deck a pretty insane miner. So the total amount of water that I have is 2, 3, and I have an earth, which does not activate any thresholds. Oh. Oh, hang on. I need to give myself elements for this as well. Great. So now I have 4 water, which is nice. It means I get more energy. And I have 1 plant. Still doesn't really do anything. Really? I don't have any. Yeah, okay. Fine. I don't need to hit any thresholds, I guess. It would be nice to have a second plant. Which I could get by playing Gift of Abundance, I guess. But that seems pretty bad right now. So we'll just make do. Okay, I'm done with growth. I can now add my energy. I've played my card, which costs 1, so I'll pay my energy. And oh gosh, I mean I'm gaining. I'm like thinking about now how to use my pour down across the island, because I'm gonna gain an energy with my first 2 water, and with my second, I suppose instead of gaining a second energy, I could play this again and destroy the other town here. Then they'd only be attacking for 5. And together with my defend 3 and my innate, I think I could actually deal with this land and not let it blight at all. Given that, is this still what I want to play? I don't think so. So I want to discard something else and keep that. I think I should keep Gift of Abundance and just plan to like... No, I'll take a fast explorer push, I think. But next turn I'm giving up my adjacency here, so... Pushing an explorer fast only really helps if they draw sands, actually. On the other hand, depending on how much presence I end up putting in here, if I destroy this town and they attack for 6 and I defend 3, I might be able to convince these Dahan to come in here and kill this explorer, maybe? But I'll be defending against the Dahan as well. They'll only be attacking for a very small amount. Presumably at least 2. They attack for 6, I defend 3. I need at least 2 presence to stop blight, which means Dahan will be muted by 2. So if I pull them in, they could attack, killing an explorer and damaging a town, but they couldn't actually finish a town. Wait a minute. If I'm moving... Ah, right. This need... I was like, if I'm moving my presence, isn't that better for targeting fast explorer removal? No. Because this only works... Oh. But any place I have a sacred site is wetlands. So if I move my presence here... and then I use my growth option to add a second presence there, then I can actually use this as wetlands to target explorer pushing. But it's still only useful if they draw sands. It does a little something if they draw anywhere else, but not that much, really. All in all, I think gaining a little bit of energy is going to be more useful than that. So let's discard those two cards. And then I can maybe get ready to gain a major or something. Okay, boy, a lot to think about. But I think we're finally ready for fast powers. So with my first fast power, I don't know exactly how I should remember these. Let's just set 3 of them aside because I only have 2, and I don't know. I'll just have this mean flipped means I've used it this turn. Sure. So I'll gain 1 energy from this. Pour down power across the land. Okay. And then I will do nothing in the fast phase. So we move on to all this. Oh, hang on. Let me add another blight. For the, as you will recall, the errata says there should be 1 more blight in the starting pool. So we move on to Blighted Island, which doesn't happen. In and events, we discard the first one. Well, I'm glad we didn't get that. Add a city? Yikes. And then blow up Dahan? I guess it wouldn't have been too bad. If they would miss all the Dahan, we would just add a disease to the land we added a city to. E-Spirit may push 1 of their presence from a land with Dahan. 2 damage in the land pushed 2. That would have been really nice, because we could wipe out this town, and I guess that would be it, huh? But it means we wouldn't need to repeat this. Oh well. So that was the event. Now fear cards, there are none. Invader actions. They build in wetlands. And they explore in sands. Oh, how nice. On the other hand, I didn't keep the card that makes me care about sands, so maybe not so nice. And believe it or not, they're already on to stage 2. It's just like so fast when they discard something off the top. Okay, now I will tap Foundations Sink into Mud to resolve it. In deal... Actually, I might not have wanted to move this presence because I would lose my... It's range 0 targeting, so I don't know, whatever. We'll do this. Get rid of that town. And I believe I will flip this a second time to, instead of gaining energy, repeat a power, this one, by paying its cost, right? Yes. It need not target the same land, indeed. 0 range, 2 damage to a town. I choose this town. And I'm done with slow powers. Okay, flip these bad boys over. Time passes. So we have 0 energy, and we're playing something that costs 1. It seems, well, I guess we'll have 2. But at any rate, it seems very important to choose a minor, not a major. And we decided we do want this bottom one because I can't discard 2 power cards. It's illegal. I don't have to. So let's take the bottom growth option and gain a minor. Land of Haunts and Embers. Okay. This is used best in lands that are about to blight anyway, and if you can prevent the blight whilst like you add blight yourself, you know, that's like net neutral, but you get to like gain some fear as well. So I think that is how this card was kind of designed to be used. I didn't get it myself until I happened to see it on a forum thread. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Is like if there's an upcoming blight that you can't prevent, but Land of Haunts and Embers lets you prevent it, then it's kind of like just giving you some fear for free. So that's nice. Call to Migrate. Moves Dahan around. It has air, which we care about, but nothing else. This has water and earth and plant. We like all of those. Targets coastal. Adds fear and badlands and wilds. I probably want this one. Gift of Living Energy, I don't think is what I'm going to need that badly. Yeah, let's just take the Shore Seethes with Hatred. Add a presence at range 3. And I think I want it here, but I mean, it could go anywhere. What are, like, I'm playing this card, right? Or, well, no. I chose to keep this card to have the option of playing it, but I don't have to. If this is useful, I could. I mean, it does something. I wonder, it's too late now. I wonder if I should have gained a major anyway. Planning to gain a bunch of energy this turn, right? Because when I play this, actually I'm not gaining much energy, I'm just gaining like 1. From these 2 water. So for what it's worth, using this to target myself, I should always choose to repeat 1 power card as the ability. And then if I want to, which I will, on the second resolution, I should choose to gain 2 energy. Because then I gain 2 energy either way, but I get this may add 1 destroyed presence effect twice instead of once. In case that ends up mattering. So I can just like gain 2 energy and not do anything about the sands they're in, which is kind of a bummer. You know, I guess I forgot. The mountains was already discarded, so sands was a 50-50, and it would have been pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I'm considering rolling this back and keeping that card. Wait, where even? Because even if they don't roll sands, it's like fine. You can isolate something and then they maybe don't explore there. Oh, it doesn't matter. Wait, what happened to my defend? This is what I was supposed to keep, isn't it? What is... How did I end up discarding that one? Was that just a misclick, or did I change my mind? And if it was a misclick, I'll take the card back, but if I change my mind for some reason... Like, I worked out the fact that I was going to be able to get enough defend in here. Yeah, but it was all predicated on having this. And then I made all these decisions about, like, is it important to push Dahan or something? And it wasn't. So I was like, oh, I better discard the Dahan card But then I kept a different one instead of this. So I'm putting this one back. That's what I wanted to keep this whole stupid time. Oh, but I can't get 3 water. Oh, that's fine. Is it fine? No, it's not fine. I had to do this last turn, I guess? Oh. Man, this is hard to play. So, adding 2 presents is cool, right? But actually, since it comes with this cost of discarding 2 power cards, what I should be doing is save it for when I can actually use the energy, right? But I did use the energy. I use it to destroy a town. Huh. Well, the thing is, this is still the right card to play. It's just not as good. Oh, wait, I don't have to hit my innate. That was the whole... I wanted to not hit my... Or, I was worried I might hit my innate, and then this would be a problem. Wait, I do have to hit my innate. That's the whole... Yes. It's not like a built-in ability that my presence defends. You have to actually hit the elements for that. So... I think I was still right to blow up that town. And I think I'm still right to have kept the defend, because I can't hit my innate. I don't have enough water to do it. And I couldn't get enough water. It's like impossible. So, all this said, I think my choice was okay. But I don't have to take this presence option. Well, if I don't take that presence option, I could take this one. So this is the presence I added, right? I could take this one and get more water, right? Then I would have 3 water because I've uncovered this, which does activate my innate, and so I can defend 5 here, which is enough to stop the blight. This explorer won't die because he doesn't... Or wait, I think he does. I think he does attack the Dahan, actually. I need to look up the rules on this one. Spirit Island, Dahan, counterattack, damage reduced. I think it's mentioned in like the strife section. Does it happen? You have... okay, this person's asking a super, super obvious question. Or... Oh, if no damage has been made to the Dahan, do they still fight back? The invaders... Yeah, okay. Read page 9 of the rulebook very carefully. Important notes. First, the invaders attack the land in Dahan. Every 2 points of damage destroys the Dahan. After invader damage has been fully resolved in a land, any surviving Dahan there fight back. So, Spirit... Actually, hang on. There's a rulebook in here, so you guys can see it. Show rulebooks. How do I open it? Like this? So page 9, invader actions, Ravage. When there are invaders in the shown lands, invaders deal damage. First, invaders damage the land, then they fight the Dahan. After invader damage has been fully resolved in a land, Surviving the Dahan, dare fight back. The Dahan will fight back even if the ravaging invaders deal no damage, but not if the ravage action has been skipped or stopped from happening altogether. Okay. So, all this to say, we can afford to defend, or to reduce attack damage by 1 here. And hitting our innate will let us do that, while still stopping the blight in this land. And also, for what it's worth, isolating this. So if they happen to draw wetlands, they won't explore here. I wish I could get some Dahan in, but I don't think that's possible. Whew, okay, this has been a long process. I do gain 1 energy for this, I forgot. So I gained an energy for my growth option, and I also gained an energy for my presence tracks. I don't get to move a presence, but I don't want to. And I add a presence at range 3. And I want to choose the Sands with Blight, I assume. Okay. So I think I have now... Oh, and I've paid... Oh, I pay 0 for this. So I should actually get 2 energy. 1 here, 1 here. Yeah. Oh, and also, if I wanted to, I could just play this twice using my extra water. So I don't even technically have to hit my threshold. If I wanted to do something else, I could. But my threshold is, like, nice. Right? I don't know. Man. I'm exhausted. I need to start getting up more card plays, I think, but maybe not. Maybe I just want more elements. Cards are ephemeral. I just discard them, so... Okay, fast powers, finally. I tap this to gain a fear. And a defend 3 in this land. Now we are defending 5 because my innate has gone off, and we get defend 1 for each presence. So in fact, we'll put another one in here that's 2. And a 1 in here. And in here for what it's worth. Okay. Excuse me, my presence is... My elements are... Oh, I locked them before they landed. Okay. Alright. No other sneaky gravity defiers in here? Good. Just us chickens. And, oh, I should mark it as isolated, right? Which is what this does. Now, in my fast power phase, I could either repeat this, gaining a fear, but really not accomplishing much of anything. Oh, you know what? I could add the presence here instead of here, and dump all the Dahan into this land. Oh, that's so cool. Right? And then instead of gaining an energy... Would you guys just stop being so melodramatic? Instead of gaining energy, I pay 0 to play this a second time, push 2 Dahan, get 1 fear, and also, by the way, 2 more defend in here. And now the Dahan are protected, and they're counterattacking for only 2, but it does kill the Explorer. It's better than nothing. Is it better than nothing? I think so. Is it better than 1 energy, though? Because I could have 1 energy. I feel like I'd rather have the energy than have the Dahan kill a single Explorer and push them into Wetlands, which is like a place where I might be able to just deal with things in the future some other way, maybe? Yeah, and I think having some presence here is going to be kind of useful. So let's not move the Dahan, and instead just gain an energy. And then when I reclaim, I can pick up a major and maybe do something cool with it. So there is not, in fact, this defend 2 here. And the defend 1 is over here. All these things don't matter, but gosh, this looks like blight. It scares me. Huh. This is not... These are not defend 1s. They're like special effects. Really, I shouldn't put a defense down because that's not what this is. But whatever, it's good enough to help me remember. I'm now done. Oh, I guess you could even choose not to target yourself with this if you wanted. Not activate the innate. But I do want to activate it. Okay. Boy. Moving on. Blighted Island, no. Event card, yes. Stage 2. No bravery without numbers. Oh, are you kidding me? Invaders do not ravage in lands unless there are more invaders than the current terror level. So they don't ravage here. All this work to make sure the Dahan was going to get to fight back doesn't work. He doesn't ravage. They do ravage here because the terror level's 1. So that defend was still important. This sucks. In each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. Oh, that's excellent. That takes care of that build. Leave the hostile land. In each land, push 1 Dahan per Badlands or Blight to lands without Badlands or Blight. No effect. The only... I said Blight is disease. And the only disease is here, and there's no Dahan. Fine. That's the event card resolved. How about my fear card? Each player adds a strife in a land not matching a ravage card. Well, I mean, strife here is going to be useful, right? If he doesn't attack and only the town attacks, then just it takes less defend to deal with this Sands. Okay, I mean, not amazing, but fine. Probably good, even. Now, they ravage in Wetlands. In this Wetlands, ravage does not occur because there's only 1 invader, and we're at terror level 1. Where's the terror level marker? Oh, I see, it's just painted on the board. Okay. In this land, they do attack, but they attack for only 4. 3 for the city and 1 for... Sorry, 5 for the city and 1 for the explorer, minus 2 is they attack for 4. I defend for 3. No damage is done to the land. Then they build in Sands. That's a town here. And they explore, escalating in mountains. Their escalation means this Dahan turns into a town. Okay. Now, slow powers. Do I have slow powers? I don't think so. Yeah, not enough to activate my threshold. I've already used this the 1 time I wanted to. Okay. Seems like I've made very little progress. I've destroyed 2 towns. I guess that's not nothing. And prevented a blight, basically. Did it flip this with time passes? No, I did that. Okay. So we're reclaiming here, and we definitely want a major. We have so much energy. Pillar of Living Flame. We don't really want this so much. Awful elements, and it hates wetlands. It says decent elements, water and plant. Can only target jungles and wetlands, which is not such a big deal when you can make other lands into wetlands. Vengeance of the Dead? No thanks. This is just decent elements, but doesn't really do anything. It gains power cards, but I don't really want that so badly. I'll take Accelerated Rot. Seems pretty well fitting for this spirit. And I move a presence at range 2. So where do I need to be? Here? Can I do anything there? I think so. If I wanted to, I could just defend. Oh, but it pushes the Dahan. Alright, I guess this is blighting then. That sucks. Or no, wait. They're only attacking for 3, so they kill... Yeah, they do blight. But at least the Dahan get to strike back and kill the town. Ugh, but they're going to add another... No, they're not going to add another town, because... Level 5. Ravaging. Add 1 town to an adjacent land without a building. So both of these have buildings, so that won't do anything. So I can't presently do anything with Accelerated Rot. I don't have enough sun. Yeah, I do have 1 in my hand in addition to this, but I mean, possibly I could work up to the threshold on it, which would be great. But I would have to be able to play 3 cards, which is a distant dream. So, I mean, if we really had to, we could move presence in here and defend 3, and then they wouldn't blight. But the Dahan would not get to counterattack, so it's not really all that impressive. I'd rather do something useful somewhere. And I'm only moving presence. I'm not adding any. Sad. Well, I noticed that I have 6 cards in hand. I was going to say that means I can spend 3 per turn before having to reclaim. But that's not true, because this turn I can only spend 1. Okay. So it looks like my growth is going to be, I just did this. I haven't moved my presence yet, but I will. Next turn I'll probably do this, but maybe this. Oh, maybe that's the idea, is do this next turn. And then the 2 turns after that, do this twice. It's a little bit slow. I'd like to add the presence more quickly to get up to 2 card play, but I guess I don't get a 2 card play any faster anyway. So next turn I can only play 1 card still, but the turn after I could play 2. Okay. I have to say, this game doesn't seem like it's going that well. The event card made me a little bit sad, but also the fact that I just don't seem able to do anything on just 1 card is pretty annoying. Destroying a town, I mean, it could do something. I don't know, I'm just like, I'm looking at my cards and like, what the hell do they do? Nothing. None of them do anything. How am I supposed to be alive? I'm just like confused about how to play this. I mean, Foundations Sink into Mud seems to be my damage card. But how do you use it? It would be nice here if I could get enough presence in, but I can't before the Ravage, and they're going to Ravage for 12? Kind of a lot. Even if I put one presence in here and hit my innate, I'd only be reducing attack by 1. They'd still attack for 2 because of Sweden's fine steel for tools and guns, I think is what it's called. Yeah. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. I could spend the whole turn blocking this Blight. Push the Dahan up here. Whoops. Bumped the mic there. If the Dahan are up here, what does that accomplish? They'll still be attacking for 6, and I'll have to find some way to stop that. And I don't have any other defense. So the Dahan would just die. I feel like leaving them here to at least kill a town is more productive. It seems like this mountain is really important, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. Maybe I'm just supposed to destroy this town as like a way to do something proactive? I could destroy one of these 2 towns, then they'd only be attacking for 9. Next turn. And then maybe Unbearable Deluge might be enough to make this tolerable, I guess? Ugh. But I want to play my major next turn, right? Supposing that I do, I would have what elements? I would have 3 water, a sun, and 2 plant. So I wouldn't even have my extra defense innate. I would have my remove blight innate, which is nice. And this would let me, like, supposing they explore jungle soon, or wetlands, this would let me do a pretty good job of taking that out after they build in it, I suppose. I could just play it now and wipe out this wetland. I can't play it now, I don't have the energy. I guess there's something I didn't consider, which is, remember, you can play cards twice. If I really wanted to, I could play this. But there's no 2 adjacent. I couldn't, if I put presence here to move Dahan, I couldn't move them back because I wouldn't have presence there. Okay, so that's not a thing. Jeez. it's only turn like 3 and I'm an hour in. This is a tough spirit to play. And also, like, I don't know. It seems like it would be good against Sweden, but I don't know. I'm not so impressed yet. I mean, the shore seethed with hatred would if I played it twice, for example, it would pretty drastically cut down the amount they can explore the coast, obviously. Like, play it on these lands. It's range 1, so presence here would let me do that. Yeah. I mean, getting to add 2 wilds is pretty cool. And it doesn't seem like destroying a single town is going to really do me much good anywhere, and I'd like to save this till I can maybe hit its threshold to do a bunch of damage in a built-up land like this one. It's just like, I'm going to be having some serious blight going on. Also, 2 turns from now, they're going to attack 6 here. How am I going to deal with that? I guess I should be moving my presence in here, like so? Or do I want to move this one? I guess let's move this one. And then I can shore seethed with hatred on these 2, probably. To let me focus my efforts a bit. Of course, it's going to happen after they explore. So if they hit sands first, I'll be really sad because they'll eat up one of these Dahan before I can block them off. But I guess in that case, maybe I could just shore seethed with hatred here, and no, that would just make the ravage. No, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Honestly, I mean, I was thinking put the presence here because then when I add more presence, I can stop the ravage. I think that's the best I can come up with. Okay. And I'll play shore seethed with hatred. I don't really see it as that great. Actually, if I repeat this, I can't even play Accelerated Rot. No, I don't want to. I want to play this. Oh, remember this does defend twice. I can play it twice if I want. Maybe even more than twice? I don't think so, though. I could. I could manage to have 4 water next turn, I think. Defending 9 here is kind of an idea. But I'd rather, I don't know, get the coast under control a bit, let this build up, because it's so hard to stop, and then hope to sink it all into mud one day. So I think this is my turn. It's not a turn I'm happy about. But we have to do something eventually. Now, I didn't hit my first innate, but I did hit my second innate. So I gain 1 energy in the fast phase. And then you may remove 1 blight by removing 1 of your presence from the target land. And I think I will. Because I have some other card that lets you re-add destroyed presence, so having some here is not the end of the world. And that sands is not an issue right now. And that's range 0, right? So I did have to target that one, yeah. Okay. Yeah, from target land, okay. Blighted Island doesn't happen. Events, something great, please. On each board, add an explorer to a land with blight. Well, there's only one legal way to do that. Then, on each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beast. Sadly, this is the only such land, and it has no explorers. Raiding and retaliation. In each land with towns and or cities, 1 damage per Dahan. Oh, wow. This is insane. Then each surviving building deals 1 damage to Dahan. That's nuts. So my lands with Dahan are these. 1 damage per Dahan. I choose to put it on the town. That's 1 fear. Here, I must put it on the... Oh no, this doesn't apply, right? It's only lands with buildings. Okay. And this is the other one. 2 Dahan do 2 damage. Ta-da! And they don't actually get to attack back at all. So, wow, that was really, really good. We added 1 explorer, but we destroyed 2 towns and suffered no other consequences. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't go crazy trying to protect the sands. No fear card. Invader actions. They ravage in sands. He is stricken, so he does not attack. He instead removes the blight, but the Dahan still counterattack and he dies. And that's the only ravage. They build in mountains, removing the disease here and plopping a city down here. So just isolating this land might be enough. I don't know. I probably won't even do that. I'll just let them put 2 blight on. I don't love it, but I can't do everything. I can only play 1 card per turn. Jungles. So they explore here and here, and they escalate, which sadly means this Dahan has become a town. At least he got to kill a town before he left. What did I say about that? Deals 1 damage to Dahan. Okay, yeah. Well, not the best, but it means at least that I'm guaranteed to hit something if I put wilds and coast and sands, right? Which was my plan. So we'll tap this to put a Badlands and a Wilds. Those are 8 and 5 to these lands. And in the next turns, they're actually guaranteed to hit both of these in the next 2 turns, right? Because there are 2 cards left chosen from among Wetlands, Sands, and Coastal. So that guarantees they hit each of these once, at least, perhaps twice. Okay. Oh, I have to, of course, pay for that. There. All right. And I guess time passes. Now, this does mean that I have like a little bit of difficulty getting my elements, but not really. I just I'm going to take this presence. But the thing is, I need to take a single presence one of these 2 turns so that I can hit this on the 2nd turn. But I guess I can go this way first, gaining an energy this turn to let me play Accelerated Rot and deal with... Well, gosh, do I even want to do that? They're attacking for 6 here. Shouldn't I just defend? I think I can defend this pretty cheaply. I pick up this as my presence, and then next turn I take these. Well, why not do it in the other order, though? Why not take both of these now, and then next turn do this? If I'm not playing Accelerated Rot now, then I don't need the energy that quickly. Okay. So I'll take this growth option, add a second presence in there, and then defend 3, and that'll be enough. And it'll be isolated as well, so they won't explore there if they happen to hit ghosts, which is a nice advantage. Alright, let's gain a minor, I think. I have Accelerated Rot, which I want to play next turn. If I drew a better major, like, don't get me wrong, I'd be happy. But 4 damage is, like, good enough to be content, I think. And it has pretty reasonable elements. Lure of the Unknown. Fast gather a town or explorer. Gathering this town would be pretty useful, but I'm not doing it this turn, right? Yeah. Damage per blight. Well, oh, what am I? I'm a fool. I mean, I haven't done anything wrong just yet. But foundations sink into land. The reason this is a good damage power is because you can repeat it in the same land. You can play it like 2 or 3 times for just 3 energy and blow up all the buildings. I see. So, in a sense, it's like... Is it better than Accelerated Rot at doing damage? To some lands, but not to all of them. Defend 6, range 1 from a sacred site, which also allows me to optionally remove Blight, is kind of cute. This is water... and it lets me remove Blight and add Fear. That seems pretty good. Like, fast pushing explorers isn't likely to be that useful soon, I don't think. Like, if I could just play Accelerated Rot and Foundation Sink into Mud even once, it wipes out all the buildings in this land. So I guess the point of this spirit is that you get these huge power turns when you add 2 presence because you also gain 2 water. But on the other turns, you feel very weak. Okay. Well, wait a minute. If I were going to play Foundation Sink into Mud, why should I play that stinky Accelerated Rot card, right? Well, because it would mean I could, I don't know. That'd be a total of 6 energy to blow up all the buildings. If I know we're not doing it now, I'm just like trying to think it through. Whereas to instead play Foundation Sink into Mud 3 times, what do I have to do? I have to play this for 1, and then play it 2 more times for effectively 2 energy each. I'm giving up on the energy from my water elements, and paying an energy to destroy, to play this again. So, and actually the cost comes out the same, Which means the accelerated rot doesn't do anything. Huh. So I could play something else together with this and still blow up that land. I mean, it's interesting. Not sure what to make of it. It's too bad my presence is over here and I can't get any in there, huh? Or wait, I haven't added presence yet. I can add presence here and isolate this land to stop Sweden from adding a town there, which is pretty good, I think. But I need to add the presence here. In order to have enough defense. But I guess I'll be uncovering the move presence option, which means I can move my presence from here to here and keep this land isolated. That seems useful. It's worth 2 energy to stop a town from being built, right? Or 1 energy, I mean. Alright. Anyway, back to real life. I think this is pretty useful. It's fear and remove blight, and I want water, and I also want sun, right? Remember we have that accelerated rot? So, okay. I gained a power card. Now I add a presence at range 3. I choose this. I gain 1 energy. And then I gain 1 energy from my growth. And I play a 0-cost card with all this energy. Am I really doing that? I think I am. Yeah. Okay. Fast powers. Now, did I hit my innate? I did, right? The defend innate. That's important. So we put in a defend 2 for my presence. And we gain a fear and add a defend 3 for my power card. And I spend 2 water, but no energy, to play this again. Oh, I should remember. Oh, that land won't be isolated. It's only if it's a wetlands, which it's not, because I don't have 2 presents. Okay, forget that. So even if I move a presence in, which I, by the way, forgot to do in my growth phase, I can't isolate it. I'd rather gain 1 energy than isolate this wetlands just on the off chance that they explore here. But you know what? It gives me a fear card. I'll do it. I flip this, and I isolate this land and add a 2nd fear. Alright, that's it for fast actions. If the defense ends up mattering because of the event, then I'll put it on, but it doesn't look like it will. Blighted Island doesn't happen. Event. In each land with 2 or more towns, push a town to a land without towns. Okay, that's just here, and I could go to either of these places. Here? This gives me a target for my attacks at some point? No, they're going to ravage there soon. I don't want to make it worse. Well, do I though? I don't know. I might just be giving up on this, in which case you might as well make it worse, right? Like I don't see any obvious way with the cards currently in my hand that I'm going to be stopping any damage, right? But actually, it's really important that I do so, because there's only 4 blight on the card, and they're adding 2 here. So if they add 2 here, it blights the island. So I really should try to stop this from blighting. Somehow? Stop it from double blighting, at least. I can't do that. Well, I mean, they're attacking for like 9. What am I supposed to do? I just used up all my defense, right? Okay, well, let's read the rest of the event card. Maybe it helps somehow. +1 fear per board with disease. Nope, we used ours up. On each board, 2 damage to Dahan in land with disease. There are no such lands. During Ravage, Dahan only do 1 damage each, but deal damage before invaders. Well, that does not apply either. So I have to decide where to put this town before I finish resolving the event. Oh, I could put it here. That's a land without towns. And I already have a bunch of presence here, and it's wetlands, so I might be able to do more about it more easily. Okay. Dealing with the blight in this jungle is a problem for next turn. Fear card, save me. Each town destroys 1 explorer in its land. Well, that's nice. A little. That's very nice, yeah. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should actually have put the... I should put the town there. Because this is going to add blight, which is going to add a town to an adjacent land without a building. This stops that from happening. Yeah, that's clearly the place to put it. Even knowing about this, even if I knew about the fear card, oh, putting it here will destroy an explorer, it's still wrong. And this land is isolated, so these pieces are not considered adjacent, but I'm the one who isolated. I can say, oh yeah, here's how you get in. So it would be legal to put the town here. I just don't want to. Yeah. All right. Ravage time. In the mountains. Here they attack for 5, 6, but I defend for... Well, they attack for 5, 6, -2, which is 4. I defend 3. No damage is done. Here, they attack for 5, 8, which is obviously a lot. And this tries to spread a town to an adjacent land without a building. I added 2 blight, remember, because of Sweden's rule. Heavy mining. If they do at least 6 damage, add an additional blight. This does not cascade. And then Mining Rush. When Ravaging adds at least 1 blight, add a town to an adjacent land without a building, but there are none. Okay, and then they build in jungles, so that's a town here and a city here. Oh my god. This is just a nightmare. Sands. They're exploring in sands. Well, this doesn't happen. This does. And they escalate, but it doesn't work because there's no Dahan here. Okay. Now it's time for me to resolve slow powers, but I don't have any. So, time passes. And I'm pretty sure we're adding 2 presents somewhere. And playing 2 cards and having a bunch of elements, and hopefully something good will happen. Notably, by the way, it can't include Accelerated Rot, because I don't have enough energy for that. If I take these 2 presents, which I have to get to 2 cards... Oh no, I'm gaining 1 energy. I'll have 5. So Accelerated Rot needs 3 planets, 3 sun. I don't yet own... I do own 3 sun, but I can't play 3 cards. So these jungles are my current concern. Dealing with the sands would be nice, but I can't afford to have like 5 blight added. So... Oh, and this is not isolated anymore. How did it get isolated, by the way? Oh yeah, I just chose not to gain energy and instead gain fear and also isolate in case it ended up helping. So in both of these lands, they're attacking for 9. It's like a huge problem. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, nothing? I don't have any defense. I have isolate, actually, which will stop blight from cascading here, or stop a town from coming out from here. Assuming I can get 2 presents in there, which is easy. I guess I should do it here. Dump 2 presents in to turn it into a wetlands. Isolate it. How much water am I gonna have? 3, 5. Oh, I could isolate both of them? Could I? Range 1 from a wetlands that you have presence in. It doesn't have to be the wetlands itself. Oh, so I don't even have to put presence in. I can just add presence here, or move it to here. And isolate both of these lands to stop several bad things from happening. Definitely some bad stuff will still happen. I mean, they're still adding 4 blight. Like, what am I even supposed to do about that? I can't use this to remove blight unless I make the lands into wetlands by putting 2 presents in. And since they're going to destroy a presence, that's pretty difficult. I guess I could put presents here. 2 presents here, maybe. To start cleaning things up a little. Then I don't have to use this as my target, or I can use this. I somehow thought, by the way, that I was going to have more cards after this. Like, I miscalculated. I thought that taking a turn off to add a power card and energy and only 1 presence would mean I net more cards, but of course it doesn't. The power card I gained, I spent, so it breaks even. Okay. So I'm still only going to get 1 high-powered turn this cycle. 4 damage is just like not quite enough, you know? Did I end up picking up a third card of the sun? No, not yet. Or wait, I have 3. I just can't play them all. I do own 3 such cards. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water, I can repeat 2 cards. I can repeat this once and this once, not this. Where's my Uncanny Melting? Here it is. My Uncanny Melting and my Isolate. Play those twice each for 4 energy. I'm really regretting taking Accelerated Rot. Like, I'm never going to activate it, but I don't know, one of these days, right? I'm just like on cleanup duty. I'm not killing anything. But I think this is the best I can come up with. So we're going to add these 2 presents both here. And honestly, I didn't even have to do that, did I? Let's put them all here, actually, and see if I can muster up enough to defend this next turn. And I'll pull in a 3rd presence here using my presence, my presence tracks ability that says move a presence by 1. Let me add 1 more water to my track. And I'm finally at 2 card plays. And we're just playing minors a bunch. This one and this one. I do gain 1 energy for this, though. And I have to discard 2 cards. Well. Next turn I could do this. Gain a minor and 2 energy. I'll only have... I'll pay 2 more by the end of this turn, so I'll be at only 1. So I certainly don't need Accelerated Rot, because I would have a total of 3 energy. Or maybe 4? If I take this presence, which I probably will. So I'll be at 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus this is 4. So I could play Accelerated Rot if it were my only card. But honestly, this is at least as good, I think. So let's get Accelerated Rot out of here. And I don't think I need this right now. Like, so this is the card I'm keeping. Okay. And I've already paid for these, so we move on to fast powers. Now, I did manage to hit my defend innate, which is worth bupkis. Oh, well, I almost hit my second one, but I don't have any earth. Interesting. This has earth. Is that worth anything? Maybe that is worth something. What if I took these 3 presents and I put them here instead? They'd be defending for 6. And the enemies are only attacking for 9. Alright. Put put these back in my hand. Give me back the energy for playing these. Let me rethink things. What do I have that has earth? Foundations sink into mud, and that's it. So if I played Foundations sink into mud, I need to also play something with air and water. I guess that would be this. And then I'd be defending 3. Or I'd be reducing damage by 3. And if I push this guy out, then they'd only be attacking for 8, which would get through for 5, which is only 1 blight. I wouldn't be isolating the land, though, so they would send a town somewhere, which is a little upsetting. I mean, I could isolate the land. But I think I'd rather pick up some blight. Well, wait a minute. So this is where all the presence was. If I'm gonna fix a land, it should be this one, right? Because its blight is cascading. So I could put both of my presence here and then also pull this in. Be defending for 6. Them attack for 8. The blight still cascades. I wouldn't be hitting the 3rd level list. No, I don't have 9 water. So supposing that I do that, I have 3 presence here. And I have to play Foundation Sink into Mud to get the defense innate. And something with air. Can't be this. Isolating it means the blight doesn't cascade either, but they're still adding a total of 3, 2 here and 1 here. Or I could play this. I mean, I think like, stopping a blight is better than gaining 2 energy. So we do this. Now I have 5 water, 1 earth, and 1 air, and that gets me a bunch of defense. I pay 2 for this, and fast, I isolate this land, which is definitely range 1 from a wetlands I control. It is itself a wetlands. And I push this Dahan out to here. I don't know. Seems fine. This is probably better. It's closer to the troublesome land. And activating it again doesn't really do much. Well, actually, I could isolate this land as well, so that they don't add a town. but I only have 2 uses of that, and I want to use it on this to do 3 damage to all buildings in some land. Wait a minute. It's range 0, right? So I can't have presence in here if I'm also defending enough here. Do I need all 3 of these presents, or is 2 enough? If I defend 4 and they attack 8, that's also good enough, right? So I can put my extra presence here instead of here. Honestly, let's just leave that guy. Or do I have to push him? Up to 1, yeah. Because this land just was a problem, whereas the wetlands might become one soon. I don't want to make things harder there. Oh, I have to choose 2 cards to discard still, right. Let's just get rid of these. This is something I can play many times and always be happy about it. Okay, so I've used this to isolate it. I pushed the Dahan. I pushed the Explorer. I isolated. Do I wish to repeat this? It would stop a town. No, I would much prefer to wipe out this Sands abomination. It's not even that much. It's just a town and a city, but I mean, I'll take what I can get. Okay, other fast powers? Yeah, I should mark that I have defense up here. Equal to 4. That's it for me. Now we move on. The island's not blighted yet. Events. Explore actions add extra explorers to lands without buildings. On each board, add a beast to a land without a building or blight. There are 2 choices, here and here. I guess put them here, because this is where they might explore to next. On each board, gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land without Dahan setup symbols. That does absolutely nothing for me. Oh, wait a minute. Blight isn't even invader pieces. The Blight will still cascade. This whole idea is, like, stupid. Doesn't do anything. It reduces 1 Blight. Don't get me wrong. But the blight still cascades. So if I'm doing this, I think, I might as well do it here. That stops the town from cascading, even though it doesn't do anything for the blight. This one doesn't do anything for the blight either. I just had the rules wrong. Okay. Gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land without Dahan setup symbols. I don't know. Here? To retaliate against the Explorer after I wipe out the buildings? I guess. Or I could pull them out of here, I guess. This is where he... No, this is where he was. Right? Yeah, I don't think this guy ever moved. So I could just gather... This has a setup symbol. I could gather him here to save a Dahan. That's probably better. Okay. We're just slowly losing, I think. But it's about to get a lot faster. Invaders now ravage in jungle. So we'll go here first. They deal 8, 9 damage, which adds 2 blight. The first of which cascades to I choose here. Oh, could I have moved this presence? No. Oh, I have to flip the blight card before I can finish adding blight. Okay. Okay, nothing immediate happens. Fine. And then here we add just 1 blight because I'm defending for 4. And they're attacking for 9. They try to spread a town, but they can't because the land is isolated. Now they build in sands. And explore. Whoops. What? Stop. They explore in wetlands. So this explore fails. This explore succeeds and converts the Dahan to a town. Oh my god, I'm getting murdered. Oh well, at least they'll die here. Oh, but they're gonna kill the Dahan! Fuck! Alright, range 0, 2 damage. Okay. Oh, it has to be in wetlands. I didn't make this into a wetland, so I can't blow it up. I have to pick here if I want to do that. Or here, but that sucks. Or, oh, hang on, I should also lose this presence from the blight. And also, did I remove a presence here? I don't think I did, right? Yeah. So I can't even target it there. Okay. Let's pretend I knew ahead of time that that was happening and put the presence here instead of here. Now I can at least do something with this. I don't think it was possible for me to put more presence there. So, I don't know. Maybe it's more important to leave to just like destroy the town in the wetlands. I'm not sure if I could legally do a change to put enough presence there, so I'll just do this. And spend both of my water on playing this an extra time. So I played a total of 3 times. I do 1 damage to each building and gain 3 fear that way. Okay. This is horrible. Hello? I wonder why that happens. Time passes. And it seems clear that the game is over. Right? Like, they're about to ravage in the sands. Which like, it's not impossible to do anything about that, I don't think. I kind of have to reclaim. I could have tried to gain a power, but I think that would be way too greedy. And gain a power card, I guess I'll take... I mean, I'm only going to have 2 energy, so a minor seems appropriate. Defend 5, but they're attacking for 9. Isolate target land. Each invader does less damage. But I think, I don't know, domesticated animals go berserk. Well, I guess I can play my Unbearable Deluge to defend here. I could even play it 3 times if I wanted. That really accomplishes very little. I'm about ready to resign here. This has just been brutal all game. I mean, I could defend 5 twice. It costs energy, though. This is a defend 3. Well, no, not really. It defends 3 once, so if you play it again, it only defends 2, and then again it defends 3. I really need stuff with water, I think. These both have the same 2 elements that I care about. This one can only target wetlands and mountains, so also it doesn't defend. But I can get enough defense out of my deluge if I need to, which I do. Well, I only have to stop a double blight to not immediately lose. Then I want to blow up the wetlands with extreme prejudice, right? Oh, they're... For some reason I thought they were going to ravage before they built here, but that's not even true. They're building. Okay. And I get to move 2 presents, so I could have presents here and here to defend. But I can't, like... How much energy am I going to have? 2? Not very much. So much for accelerated rot. I also can't repeat this. Or not very often anyway. Maybe once if I like gain energy from water and then play this with play it a second time with the other water. Okay, so maybe what I should do is Uncanny Melting. Oops. To clean up some blight and maybe delay losing that way. In which case, it doesn't really matter which one of these I take. I'll take Mesmerize Tranquility. And I can move a presence 2. Let's put this one here. Then I gain my 1 energy, and I can move a presence 1. Move this presence here. Oh. But then I don't have any sacred sites to target blight removal with, huh? Do I need to be in range 0 for both of these? I don't need to be here. I can just put both presents there, I guess. I guess I can, it doesn't matter where I put it because the blight I'm removing is like, well, I should remove this one, right? Yeah. Okay. I already gained my energy. So I'm playing Deluge, which is here, and Uncanny Melting for total cost of 1. Wait, did I forget to give myself 2 water tokens last turn? I did. I should have had 7 water, not... I could have repeated a power again. But I think the only power I would have wanted to repeat was just gain some energy, so I'll do that now. Yeah, I forgot to do that when I did all this stuff. Okay. So, fast powers. I use this to gain 1 fear and defend 1 here and push just push to Han, huh? And I'm not isolating it, okay. So, oh no, I am isolating it because I have the second presence in here and it's a wetlands, okay. So they're attacking for 9, I'm defending 3, which means they're actually still double blighting, right? So I will twice pay for this again, adding 2 more fear, and making this a defend 9. I could make it 6 and then they only blight once, but I'd rather just stop a blight and gain a fear for free than pay for this to remove a blight and gain a fear somewhere. Oh, also, it only targets wetlands and jungles, so this is the only... wetlands and sands, I think? Yeah. So actually, this is the only blight I can remove. Fine. Did I hit any other innates? Oh, of course. I hit both of my defend innates, so I don't have to repeat this that much to defend, right? We're actually defending 4 already. And they're attacking 9. So I still need 2 defends. And I should give back a fear. Okay. Let's put my other reminder token up there for the reduced damage effect. Alright, time for Blighted Island. Forget a power or destroy a presence. Well, I am really light on presence, and I just have a ton of useless powers. Like, I really want Accelerated Rot to work. It's going to be so great when I can get 3 card plays. Let's get rid of the Shore Seas with Hatred. I think it's a little late for that. Now an event card goes off. They're in stage 3 now. Build in a land with invaders, not matching a build card. Decline? I don't know. The coast? Oops, that should have been a town. In lands with disease or strife, they skip Ravage, but there are none. Choose a land with towns and Dahan. push 1 town per 2 Dahan there. Well, that's nowhere. Okay. I could make it be here if I had them build here. No, yeah, I could have them build here and then push them out, but like, why? I also shouldn't put the town here for a lot of reasons. Like, yes, it would, like, if you just imagine a boring town and 2 Dahan, it's like, yeah, it would kill the Dahan, but then the Dahan would strike back and it would die. Maybe that would be worth it. But that's super wrong. A, because of Sweden, they would add a town somewhere else here. And B, because of the Badlands and the Sweden effect, they would just kill both Dahan. So, seems very, very bad. Alright, Fear card, I need you to save me. On each board, replace a town with an explorer. Okay. Well, there's no place where the presence of that town is causing them to build a city. So, I don't know. I guess I'll choose this one, and maybe I'll be able to deal with the Ravage. Oops, I don't get to add fear for that. Okay, and now invader actions. They ravage in the sands. Nothing happens here. Here, they attack not for 9, but for 5, and I defend 6. So nothing happens. That's all the ravages. They build towns in both of these lands. And then they... Hello? They explore in mountains and wetlands. I've just, like, done nothing all game. Okay, let's take this stuff all away. Well, I guess there we go. And take the isolate away as well. Sadly, they did not try to explore into here. Actually, it would have worked anyway. This is itself a source of explorers, so it could explore to itself. Oh, slow powers, slow powers. The only thing I can do is target this land to remove a blight and gain a fear. And flip this to gain an energy. I'm like pressing all the wrong buttons there. Hello? You guys need to have like a serious talk about how gravity works. I mean, we can start playing 3 cards. If I can survive the Ravage in Wetlands, that would be pretty amazing. Doesn't really look like I can. Well, if I played this enough times, I could. Oh, and also I can use my presence as defense, kind of. Yeah. So I'm thinking I take these 2 presence option, this presence option, and both of these, right? And I put them like here. And then I move more presence around. Something like this. Remind me how the wording on my innate or my grants defend 1 and lowers counterattack damage. So if I play that defend card in both of these lands, actually, yeah, I guess that's what I want to do. I don't want 2 presence in here, even though it would completely defend the land. Well, the Dahan are only counterattacking by 1. No, they counterattacked by 2 because of the bad land, so I could destroy the town in the Ravage phase by putting just 1 presence here. I could put 2 presence in, and then I don't need to defend this land at all. But I think this land... If I play this in here even once, then they're attacking for just 6 instead of 12. And I'm defending 6 with my presence, right? So I actually don't even have to repeat this. I have to repeat it to play it over here, I guess. I added 2 presence, I moved 2 presence, that's all I'm allowed. I gain 2 water. I gain an energy for my growth, or for my presence. And I can play 3 cards. This is one of them for sure. I'm repeating it once. Can I play an earth and 2 plant? That would be really nice. No. I could play 2 plant, though. Sadly, this isn't one of my sun cards. So I can't, like, turn on Accelerated Rot. I don't have the energy to play it anyway, so forget it. Okay, so I guess we're playing Gift of Abundance. Ugh, and I really want another plant, but the only one I have is this, and I can't afford to play it. Well, I'll take this, I guess. It's still good. Yeah. So this is going to let me clean up more blight. Assuming I have some in lands that I'm in, which is not true. That's too bad. I don't think I can fix that, because I actually need all this defense. I didn't, like, forget to activate this last turn, did I? No, I definitely did not have 2 plant. Okay. I do still need to discard 2 cards, by the way. I guess, like, this and probably Accelerated Rot. I don't know. Oh, I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm playing this turn, right? But this doesn't seem to do... It's illegal to play this now, so it definitely should be discarded, because I have to either discard or play everything. This could be something. I guess if I targeted this Wetlands with it twice, I could stop the build here after the Ravage goes off. Like, I have, what, 7 water? I'll have an 8th when I play another card. So I'll have 5 abilities to repeat a power. Well, okay, I guess I'll play this then. That's sort of the situation in which it is good. The problem is, I guess I can try to blow this up. And just defend the Ravages here by having enough presence, apparently, is the plan. Okay, so pay the 2 energy. And fast actions. First of all, we use Mesmerize Tranquility once to isolate and do stuff to this land. These guys are now attacking for a total of 1, and I'm defending 2. Right, the explorers don't attack at all. This attacks for 1, and this provides a defend 2. Oh, but the Dahan doesn't counterattack because I'm dropping it by. Ugh. I'm reducing it by 2. It's a little annoying, but okay, not much I can do about it, I don't think. I think I just gained 2 energy here because I have enough repeats already. Based on, oops, I don't gain 2, I gain 1. Ah, no, hang on. I choose, as I said, to repeat this power card first. Oh, but it's by paying its cost. I would have to pay for it again. Well, in that case, maybe I don't need to do anything in this land. I'll just use my presence to do everything. I'll use the first instance of it here. And I target myself and gain 2 energy, which I've already done. And I'll add a destroyed presence here, stopping all the attacking from happening. I'm defending 4 now. And the Dahan are counterattacking for 0. Now, in this land, I'm defending 6. They're attacking 5, 8, 12, but I'm reducing it to 0, 4, 6. So we're all defended, and I haven't had to spend any of my repeat abilities. But these are both spent. Can you repeat a fast power during the slow phase? I don't think you actually can, so I do kind of have to decide now. I don't know. Spirit Island, repeat fast power during slow powers. Repeating slow powers played in the fast phase? No. I know that's not allowed. Repeat. Okay, here's the FAQ for that. Can Sky Stretches to Shore let you, during the slow phase, repeat an already used fast power? Yes. So the fast power can be made slow. Oh. Sky Stretches to Shore is a specific card and not the one we have. Can you use a power outside of its normal phase if you have repeats available? Repeats can happen in the phase matching the power's actual speed. Okay, so I have to choose if I want to repeat this at all. And it's like, it's kind of nice, because I can gain a power I gain 1 energy net by repeating this, right? Which is not as much as I get by just turning the water into energy. But I get to also add another presence to the board, which is really useful for defense. Like here, for example, we're going to need defense soon. So I think I will repeat this once. Costs me 1 of these and gains me 1 energy. And I'll put a presence here, which is a wetlands, not just a mountain. Am I going to repeat this 4 times? No. So let's spend another water repeating this, gaining 1 energy, and adding my last destroyed presence here. Actually, maybe here is better? I don't know. It depends on how much defense I'm going to have next turn, but I should be able to move presence around enough to figure it out. Okay, I'm now not done with fast powers because I gain 1 energy from my second innate. I sadly cannot remove any blight because I'm not in blighted lands. And then I can do my second level of that power as well. I have plenty of water. I have 2 plant and 1 earth. I gain another energy and I gather up to 1 Dahan in a land that I have presence. Doesn't really do anything. I guess I could target this land, pull a Dahan in here. I don't know, he's not going to do anything there either. He just risks dying. So I choose 0 Dahan. Alright, suddenly I have a ton of energy, and I'm about to gain a major next turn while reclaiming, so maybe I can do something impressive. But so far I just continue to be like slowing down how quickly I die. Blighted Island, I'll go ahead and forget, or rather destroy this presence, I guess. Event time. Island is blighted. On each board, remove a beast from a land with blight. I don't think that exists. Yeah. Then remove a wilds from a land with blight. Also doesn't exist. In each land with diseases, there are none. Each spirit may add 1 Dahan to one of its lands with Dahan. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. Oh, now that the counterattack actually does something. Cool. So, no fear cards. We move on to Ravage in the Wetlands. Let's do this one first because it's exciting. They attack for 5. Okay, let's say I added one of those presents here instead of here. I forgot that there's a bad land, that the Sweden effect applies. I was like, I'm defending 4, so I'm fine. But no, they're attacking for 5, which with Badlands kills the Dahan. I don't want that. So we do this. They attack for 5, but we defend 6. Dahan counterattack for 1. Or no. Dahan counterattack for nothing. I'm decreasing their counterattack ability by 6. Okay? So nothing happens here. In this land, they're attacking for not 5 but 4, not 3 but 2, that's 6. This is nothing. I defend 6, nothing happens. They build in mountains and wetlands. Hello? I'm like... There we go. Just relax. Oh my god. I was trying to put the town on top of the city, and it's like not very happy about that. All right. Did I get all the builds? I did. Okay. And they explore in sands and wetlands. This wetlands is isolated, but it doesn't really matter because it's a source of explorers to itself, and everything else adjacent has a different source of explorers. Okay. Now I have this. And in a wetlands, maybe this one? Yeah, because that's the one where I have the most trouble getting more presence in, right? And also it's going to build next turn. So in this one, I choose to treat this as a wetlands and flip both of these tokens and pay 2 energy to use this a total of 3 times, dealing 3 damage to all buildings, and gain 4 fear. We made it to terror level 2. Incredible. Still nowhere near victory. And teetering on the edge of defeat. But I guess maybe we're starting to have enough presence around that we can defend a bit? I don't know. They're ravaging in a lot of places. Time passes. But we're up to 3 cards a turn now, so we can start doing real things, hopefully. I obviously take the reclaim option. I have 5, 6 energy to work with this turn. Plus whatever I get from water, but I have to... I only have 6 to actually play cards. So the question is, like, can I can actually activate Accelerated Rot, right? If I want, I can play Accelerated Rot and my other 2 sun cards, Uncanny Melting and Gift of Abundance. The problem is, if I do that, I think I lose the game. Because they ravage, like, everywhere. And I only get to move 3 presents around. I could move this one here, I guess. Like, how much are they attacking everywhere that I have to worry about? Here they're attacking 2, no problem. Here they're attacking 8, 11. I have 6 defense, so that's 5. That's only 1 blight, even if I do nothing. Here they're attacking 5, 11, 16? It's a lot. Probably gonna have to let them have the 2 blight on that. And there's only 3 left on the card. So if I let them have 1 here and 2 here, I lose. And that's not even worrying about this. And all those cards I just said I could consider playing, none of them do anything fast. Well, I mean, this does something fast, but not anything important. It does add a presence, I guess, which is a defend 2. What if I used it here? Actually, is it defend 2? Suppose I played all the sun cards. I would have an air, so that activates that. But I wouldn't have any earth, so I only have 1 defend per presence, not 2. So I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can play all my sun cards. I need defend 2 per presence to even stand a chance of living. Or maybe to, like, play this a bunch of times. Or this, but none of those have sun, so I can't activate Accelerated Rot and live. But this Mesmerized Tranquility is, like, insane because it completely it neuters all explorers that are ravaging. So I kind of want to play that. Okay. And then if I had 1 more presence here, that actually defends. Oh, this isn't isolated anymore. But they're threatening to add 3 blight just in this land, so I really have to do something about it. This would handle it. They would add 2 blight, but it wouldn't. No, isolate doesn't stop blight cascading. I'm just not making any progress. Because I can't ever destroy anything. I did manage to destroy something last turn, so I do have a fear card, but most of the time I destroy nothing. I'm just like, I have to figure all this out to decide whether I want to gain a minor or a major. Because, like, I'm playing this, right? Its range is 0, so I would need a little presence in here to deal with it. And they're attacking for 12 here. I have to get it down to 1 to stop from adding 2 blight. So here, a single Mesmerized Tranquility defends, right? They're attacking for 8, 11, but I can reduce it by 5. Getting it down to 6. Which I'm defending with this. Assuming I get my elements, which is just like play a plant, so that's not too hard. Here, a single Mesmerized Tranquility gets it down to 4, 8. So I need 1 more defense, or just another presence. But the problem is I need presence here to defend these guys as well. So I could move 1 here, but then I don't have any more to put into this land. So maybe I need to let this land blight, like double blight even, in order to get 2 presence in here. Then I'd be defending 4, and I could play Mesmerized Tranquility probably twice. Would that be enough? They'd be attacking for 1, 2, 3, no, for 0, 1. Well, yeah. 2 Mesmerized Tranquility is always enough. Would once be enough? 1, 2. Oh no, sorry. These are big towns. So attacking. If I reduce it by 2, they're attacking for 1, 2, 5, and 2 presence defends. So I think that has to be the plan. So Mesmerized Tranquility and 2 repeats of it handles this. Stops me from losing. I haven't yet gained the energy from my presence tracks. I will gain 1. I guess I'll just do it now. So what else am I playing? I need to do some damage. But I'm using up 2 already of my repeats. And I only expect to have maybe 3. I could use Gift of Abundance. I could use this to blow up all the towns in a land, I guess. Also, I do have fast blight removal in lands with presence, so getting presence here would be great. Oh, but then I have to give up presence, and that means I can't defend anymore. Yeah, that's true. But at least I gain the energy, if I can get 2 plants anyway. So I could destroy like 2 towns somewhere that I have presence. I guess this mountain would be a good spot. If I play this twice. This land won't be a wetlands because I'll have lost a... No, I won't have lost any presence. I'm defending. So I can destroy 2 towns and do 2 damage to the cities, but I can't actually finish them, I don't think. Do I have any more damage in my hand? No. So sad. I guess Gift of Abundance might do it? Because it gives me 1 extra repeat, right? I get 4 repeats. Play this 3 times. That takes 2 repeats. Play this 3 times. Can I really afford that? I'll have 6 energy, minus 2 is 4. Yes, I can just barely afford that. And I can add more presence as well, which will help me defend. Ah, maybe 1 more presence here? Does that do it? No, right? Let's double check we do have all of our innates going off. Yeah. Except we have level 2 of both innates. Okay. So where does adding 1 presence help me? Here they're attacking, we said 11. We're defending for 6. 8 wouldn't really help. So my plan was to move a presence here and move 2 in here. So I have 2 in each of these, which is 6. In this land they're attacking for 12. If I had a 3rd presence in here, I'd be defending for 9. And I'd only need to play that card once. So I could go up here and play it only once as well, right? Yeah, okay, so here's where I finish my growth options. I move a presence here, which I'm entitled to do. I move 2 presence in here, which I'm also entitled to do. I took this growth option, and my presence track gives me these. Or these. I pay 2 energy for my cards. No. Before I do any of that, I have to gain a power card. And I guess I'll choose a major because I need something incredible to happen pretty quick. Bargains of power and protection. It has decent elements, and it's not that expensive, but sadly, my Dahan are all, like, dying, and they don't do anything. And I can't really afford to throw away energy. Infinite Vitality. Now that's something. I'm not going to get up to 4 Earth ever. Right? There's no Earth on my card. Yeah. Rapid Wings of Sunlight is a good card for sure. Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship has water on it. None of these do that much. I don't really have a lot of Dahan in my lands, and they don't do anything when they don't get to fight back when Ravage happens, so I think Infinite Vitality is the only thing that can do anything. It's just like blight removal, basically. Blight prevention. Yeah, 3 energy for a defend 5 is not very good. I mean, this does something, I guess. But we're only able to deal damage to buildings, so I'm not sure I really want it. Yeah, I don't think Dahan defending is really what I need in this game. I'll take Infinite Vitality. I don't know. I don't really see myself playing it anytime soon, so I'll just take Rapid Wings of Sunlight, which at least it does allow me to defend 5 literally anywhere on the island. Hello? So it could be worth something someday in the future. I think I will still play these and pay 2 power. I have to forget a card. Maybe I should be taking miners just so I can actually, like, discard them more often. That's actually a really good point. This is cheating. But I think I should just take a miner with the plan of forgetting, of, like, not playing it, and then next turn I can have a 3-card turn with double water bonuses. So let me just gain a random... gain my best miner. This is actually great. Quicken the Earth Struggles is a little rough for many spirits because you don't often have sacred sites in lands with lots of invaders, but I do all the time. It has kind of not at all good elements. We could take Call to Tend, which has better elements. And I already do have a couple ways to do damage. I'll take Call to Tend. I don't know. No, but this does so much. Like, defend... Well, I have a lot of defend already. It's a cheaper way to blow up all the buildings than my Foundations Sink into Mud. And also means I can play it next turn. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. So I cheated there by looking at the major powers, deciding I didn't want any, and then picking a minor. But I think picking a minor was the right decision to begin with, so I choose to forgive myself. Okay, and then I do what I said I was going to do. I move a presence here, and then one from here to here, and one from here to here. And we do fast powers. I target myself, of course, with Gift of Abundance. I have 3 repeats, but I need 4, so I choose the repeat option. I don't gain energy. I can add a destroyed presence, and we said I want it here, right? Or was it here? I think putting it here lets me defend with using the power only once, right? 4, 5, 6, which I'm defending, yeah. And then here I defend 4, and they attack for 5. Here I defend 6, and they attack for 6. Yeah, okay, cool. So I tap this, and I repeat it twice. I'll leave one of these untapped because I actually use this guy's repeat. Oh, it costs 0. I don't have to pay energy for it. Nice. So I play it 3 times. Defending here, here, and here, and all of them are isolated as well, not that it really matters. There, now I can see all my presents. Just don't go on top of the Dahan, you weirdo. So, that's all the defense handled. I have some fast powers left. Well, one of them was just like gain a bunch of defense, which I have now done. But I also have remove blight at range 0 once, so I use this one. And I also gain energy. And then I get the second level of that innate as well. Oh, I'm so close to the 3rd level. But I guess it's pretty unlikely. I gain 1 energy again and may gather a Dahan, but as far as I can tell... Did that work? Did I? Yeah. As far as I can tell, there are no Dahan I could legally gather in this land. Okay. I'm done with fast powers. Move on to slow. Invader stuff. So Blighted Island, I remove a presence. Or forget a power. Oh, I can't really afford either right now. Can I? Here they're ravaging for 6. Here for... Wait, why did I think this was working? I guess I forgot this town. Because they're attacking for 4, 6, 8, and I'm defending 4. That doesn't work at all. I don't know what I was thinking. I can't handle this land. Okay. Well, let's take this back. And get back one of our duplicates, I guess. I mean, I could stop the double blight, but I don't think that's really that big a deal. Like, it's bad. But I'm starting to get my blight removal powers online and occasionally blow up buildings, so... I don't know. I think that I'll... Oh, I still have to remove a presence. God, let's get rid of this one. It's the only one that's not doing anything. I really want all the powers in my hand so I can play 3 next turn. Now, events. I thought I would have lost a while ago, by the way. We're at terror level 2. Cultures mix and clash. If Dahan outnumber buildings by 2 or more, replace a town with a Dahan. Shockingly, that does not happen. If buildings outnumber Dahan by 2 or more, replace a Dahan with a town. That doesn't happen either. On each board, in the land with the most combined invaders plus Dahan, add a disease and 2 damage to Dahan. That's got to be here, right? Well, no. Here there's 5-7. Here there's 5-8. Yeah, okay, so it is here. So I add a disease and do some damage to the non-existent Dahan. Okay. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among all its lands, that's me, look, right here, 2 Dahan, gains 1 energy? Yes. Okay, I mean, I have a lot of energy. Well, I don't know, some. That's the event card finished. Oops, don't have to flip it. Show me the fear card. On each board, remove an explorer or a town from a land with badlands, wilds, or Dahan. I think that's only here. I could remove this guy actually, so that they don't build, and then I don't have to worry about this. Right, there's badlands there, and Dahan. Okay. Invader actions. They ravage in mountains and wetlands. Here does nothing. Here, they attack for 2 plus 4 is 6. I defend 6. Dahan don't counterattack. Here, they attack for an absolute truckload. I lose a presence. Oh, yeah. By the way, another good reason to remove the presence from that board. Oh, actually, this... Yeah, so, okay, I was only losing 1 presence there, and now I lost 2. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, just stand on top of the buildings. Sure, why not? They try to spread a town to a nearby unbuilt land, but obviously none exist. Here, they attack for 4, 6, 8. I defend 6. How did I forget this? Okay, so I guess I was supposed to repeat the defend one more time. We'll do that. And now this land doesn't blight. Okay. That's all the ravaging done. Next, invaders build in sands and mountains. That's a town here and a city here. And then they explore. Is it really just... Oh no, there should be a town here as well. They explore sands and wetlands. Okay. I still seem very dead, but I'm hanging on continually forever. I have 2 repeats left. I'll use them both on this card to play it 3 times. And this mountain is actually a wetland, so I choose to deal 3 damage to each of these, getting me 6 fear. Well, 2 fear cards, okay. Still a while before we get to terror level 3, let alone what we need to do to win. But at least the Ravage here isn't going to do anything. And that's it for my slow powers. So we have Time Passes. And also we have a ton of serious problems still on the board. Let's not underestimate that. Oh, I should have flipped these, but whatever. So where do I need to defend in order to not die? This sands seems pretty important. Although, with Quicken the Earth struggles, I can start doing fast damage to buildings. So if I can just get some presents in here, which I can just blow up the entire sands before it ravages. I have to deal with this. They're ravaging for 5. I could move another presence in and that would cover it, I think. And they're ravaging here, which kills a Dahan, but then kills the Explorer. I guess I'll live with that. Okay, so I want to find 5 good cards to play. Quicken the Earth Struggles is a good one. It costs 1, and I want to play it 3 times. Sadly. So I'm paying 3 for that. I mean, I'm taking this presence option, obviously. So give me the 2 water. I'm adding 2 presents. And I want them both here so that I have a sacred site. I can do a lot of moving presents around, actually. I could add 1 here. And then the Dahan live, right? So I do that instead. And I move a presence from here to here as my defense. But we'll do that when we get to that part of the turn. Because I get 2 presence moves, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's put that presence back. I'm not putting it down yet. I can do this in any order, so. But okay, give me an air, please, and a water. So I should be able to hit this, I think. If I can play 1 more Earth card and 1 more Air card. This would do it. That seems worth doing. Oh, if I have 1 presence here, they won't kill the Dahan, actually, because they'll do a total of 0 damage, and then Badlands won't apply. Got it. So I play these, and now... Oh, I don't have enough water for this, huh? That's too bad. So I'm only playing 1 more card. I could do 4 damage. Is there anywhere that 4 damage would be particularly good? One of these wetlands, probably, right? Here? Because I have Badlands, it's actually 5? Okay, so Accelerated Rot would be my 3rd card. Then I have 8 water. I should have plenty of energy to play this 3 times. Play this once. Alright. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with Unbearable Deluge, but I have to add my presence now. So I need to move 1 from here to here. They're attacking for 5. What was I planning to do about that? Put another one in somehow? Because I have 2 presence placements and 2 presence moves. I need 2 presents here and only 1 here, so I guess these are my 2 moves. That's simple enough. Sure, go like that. Why not? I'll put them on the towns so that the cities are more obvious. Those are my presence moves. I don't need any here, in fact. I only get to move 2, right? I don't get to move 3. Oh, I didn't gain my 2 energy for growth. Yeah, I only get to move 2. Okay. So I do actually have a bit more energy to play with. But anyway, these are the cards I'm discarding. Can they figure it out? Do they eventually... Yeah, eventually they're like, that's not right. That's not how this works. I need 1 presence here. And 1 presence... This presence is up there. One additional presence here. So I think this handles all the lands that are ravaging now. Okay, let's pay for my powers. Great. And move on to fast powers. Oh, the thing is I wanted to get some presence here to remove blight. If I can. I can't, but actually I can remove this blight, so that's like fine. And I only get to remove 1, right? I don't have enough plants to activate level 3 of this innate, so I don't have to worry about that. But I gain 2 energy from this power, 1 for each of its first 2 levels. And then I may remove a blight by removing a presence. Okay, I mean, they're only ravaging for 1 here, so I guess I don't need this, and I want the blight gone. I can put presence back someday. So that's my innate done. And my left innate, Rain and Mud suppress conflict, I'll just remember the tokens. Now my other fast powers, Unbearable Deluge. You know, actually, before I remove that presence, I'm gonna use Unbearable Deluge on that land, so it's isolated. I know that's a defend token, it doesn't matter. It defends 3, which doesn't matter, but defend 3 doesn't matter anywhere. And I gain a fear. Oh, it's not isolated because it's not a wetlands. We'll put the isolate up here then. Here? I don't know. Sure. I don't want them going to this mountains anytime soon. The wetlands is already an issue I have to deal with, so let's just reduce the number of issues. And then the big finale is I play this 3 times. I have 4 repeats if I want them. So I can actually blow up, first of all, the entire sands. For 4 fear. And I have 2 more repeats. I'm not sure I should use them. If I could somehow arrange to have presence here, 2 presence, I could deal with it, but that's clearly impossible. I could here wipe out a town, but paying 2 energy to remove this 1 town is not very good. I'd rather just like reclaim and then do this again next turn. Wipe all the buildings out fast in here. So I think I'm done repeating fast powers. I won't be repeating any slow powers, but yeah. In fact, let's just Well, no, because the event might give me a reason to want to repeat this. It might give me energy or something, right? So let's wait for the event to show up. Blighted Island. Ah, yes. Forget a power or destroy a presence. I kind of care about all my presence. But I guess I isolated this land, so they're only attacking for 1 here. I could just remove this. Or they're attacking for 2. I could remove this one. It's not really doing much right now. Hopefully I can add it back someday. And cards in my hand are very valuable, so I don't want to forget anything, I don't think. Okay, events. Hardworking settlers. I can act cautiously in the background. Push up to 2 Dahan. Add a town to a land without a town. And immediately ravage in the land with the most invaders that matches a ravage card. That would be either of these, so it doesn't really matter. How many Dahan do I get to push? 2. I could push these Dahan in here. And they would counterattack for 2, blowing up the town. And then in the normal ravage, they would also counterattack for 2, blowing up the explorers. That seems good. Add a town to a land without a town. Or what's the other thing you could do? Create unnerving distractions. Ravage cards skip up to 1 matching land. I don't need that. Gain a fear per player. Remove the bottommost stage 3 card from the game. I think I kind of need a few more turns if I'm ever going to win. Yeah, and just adding 1 fear is worse than like what I do with all this stuff, right? So can I afford to add a town here? I don't think so, right? They're going to ravage. I'm defending 4. A ravage for 6 is not good enough. Yeah, it is 4. So I'll just add the town here. And push these Dahan here. They immediately ravage here. Oh, what is this? This is a defend 3 is what it is, actually. I shouldn't have used this. This is an isolate token, but I also defended 3. I just didn't put the marker down. Very lucky that I just happened to do that and then I got a nice event. So now we're defending a total of 5. They attack 5, but that does nothing. Dahan counterattack not for 4, but for 2 because of my presence. Destroying a town. Then, this turn, beasts also count as badlands. On each board, destroy a damaged invader in a land with beasts? How often do you have damaged invaders going into the event phase? I certainly don't. This turn. Okay. So we have 3 fear cards, believe it or not. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Each spirit gains 1 energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. That's 2. Right? 1 per? Oops, here. And defending 2 in all lands with presence is immaterial. It doesn't matter. I'm already defending enough. But you know what? Just in case, let's put a defend 4 in here. There's some chance that like the other fear cards would, I don't know. They're fear cards, not event cards. What am I worried about? So I gain 2 energy. There you go. I told you the events might do something that might let me say play this twice. Okay. Next. Defend 6 in all coastal lands. Invaders do not build cities in coastal lands this turn. Well, they weren't going to. And the defend 6 in coastal lands really doesn't matter. Oh! Yeah, they weren't going to build a city here either. Okay. So that one did nothing. This one? In each land with Dahan, defend 1 plus an additional defend 1 per Dahan. That's even more defense here and here. Really doesn't matter. Alright, well, a mixed bag. Invader actions. They ravage in sands and wetlands. So in this sands, I defend, and the Dahan counterattack for actually 4. Only one of them counterattacks, because this reduces their attack by 2. But then there are these 2 Badlands here. So the Explorer clearly dies. In the mountains, they attack for 2, but I'm defending like 1,000. The Dahan counterattack for 2, finishing the Explorers. Here they attack for 3, but I defend 4. Here they attack for 1, and nothing happens. So we survived all the ravages. They build in sands and wetlands, so this build does nothing. Here they build a town. Here they cancel the disease, and here they build a town. And they explore jungles and sands. How did all this blight get here? I don't remember the 3rd blight. Huh. Weird. I think they must have double blighted here at some point, and then it cascaded here. Yeah, I remember. I decided to defend this land instead. Okay. That's all the invader actions. Now I get to do slow actions. I have accelerated rot and 4 energy and 2 repeat actions left. So if I want, I can accelerated rot twice. Sadly, I did not activate its threshold, but we knew that was never going to happen anytime soon. It's really hard to play 3 sun and 3 plant for me without just like dying. So range 2, jungles and wetlands. I can do 4 damage up to twice. Seems like maybe I should take out this jungle before something disastrous happens there. And then try to defend the wetlands, maybe? Or blow this one up with Quicken the Earth Struggles, defend this one. Something like that. Okay. So this is 3, 5, 6, 7 health. So I can use one of these to gain an energy, and the other one to play this a second time. It has range 2, so that's okay. It does 8 damage, which kills all of this, giving me 3 fear. Plus 2 twice is 7. I mean, we're making more progress than I thought we would. I thought we died a while ago. Excuse me? Okay, I think we're done with slow powers. Time passes. Now here's my weak turn, because I have to take the reclaim action. And I'm pretty sure that I'm playing Quicken the Earth Struggles 3 times in this land. And then I only need 2 presents here to defend it. So I could move like 3 in here, defend 6. And also play my defense card, wherever it is, Tranquility something, yeah. And then they would attack for 4, 6, 8. Ugh. I need to come up with 1 more defense there somehow. or push a Dahan or something. Maybe I'll just play this. Yeah, just play a bunch of cheap stuff this turn, I guess. So if I play 3 cards now and then 3 cards next turn and discard 2, that's exactly 5. So I think what I should do is gain... Hang on. So if I play Mesmerize Tranquility, let's just have this out as like a plan so I can count my elements better. Quicken the Earth's Struggles. I need something else with water on it, and I was thinking this. That's 6, which is just enough to let me repeat this twice. Oh, I see. I could just repeat this instead. And then I don't have to play this. I could save it for later. If I had anything else that costs 0. I don't need to cost 0. I have plenty of energy. Maybe I can actually sneak in Accelerated Rot? I was trying to see if I could afford to play Accelerated Rot Empowered next turn. But it's just like unthinkable, right? I'll have too much stuff to deal with. I want to use Accelerated Rot like on this Sands or something. Normally it can't target Sands, but it's a Wetlands at the moment. Well, it might not stay one, honestly. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I should play Accelerated Wetlands, or Rot. So if I do this, I still have 2 energy left. This gives me 2. Let me actually move that so it's clear that I get 2. Actually, yeah. I guess that's a good card to play. How am I for elements? Doing pretty well. Yeah, let's gain a major and see if I can get something fast. Well, I won't have much energy next turn, actually, right? Because of what I'm playing now. I'm gonna gain 2 energy from my innate, and then from this, from my water, I'm gonna gain 1 but spend 2. So I'm only gaining net 1 energy from both of those combined. Which means I have 1. Next turn I'm gaining 2, so I'll have 3. So I don't think I want a major, really. I want a minor. Just looking at elements first. This looks like good elements. Scream Disease into the Wind. So you get extra range, which is fine. And you can add disease. Okay. Drought, huh? Well, it's slow. I could play it this turn. I don't think any of this is much good, so I'll take the thing that's on element. Drought, like, I don't know. Where could I afford to use it? Maybe here to generate some, like, fear at the last second, maybe? Then I could use Quicken the Earth Struggles over here instead. Well, it's about the same, actually. They both have the same number of buildings. I don't think I can afford the Blight from Drought, really. Oh, right. I wouldn't do it here because it would cascade Blight. Yeah, of course, I would do it here if I was going to. I mean, it might be a good idea. I only have to get 13 more fear, which is a lot, but I could maybe get there. Using Quicken the Earth Struggles over and over. And my presence to defend the invaders is kind of like the plan. What if I just drought here? Do I not then have to repeat, like if I drought here, how much presence do I need? They'd be attacking for 9 still? I kind of still need some defense, right? Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Okay, I'll... Dry wood explodes in smoldering splinters. It's fast fear, which is worth something if I need to, like, get over the hump and win the game. But it's pretty expensive, actually. And it doesn't work in wetlands. Does that, if I have a mountain wetlands, can I target it as a mountain? I think so, but I'm not actually sure. I think maybe not. I don't know. I don't have enough Dahan for this to be very good. I think we just take Scream, Disease into the wind for the elements. And I have not yet added my presence, my energy for this stuff yet. Have I? Oh. I don't remember. I shouldn't have. But I remember last turn I was almost broke. I went down to like 1 energy. Or that can't be right. Right? Because I played Accelerated Rot like twice. Yeah, I must have been down to like 1 or something, I thought. How did I get up to 5 at all? It's a mystery. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have 7 though. So I think I already gained my energy. Did I forget to pay for it? The second time? I think that's what happened. Yeah, I just paid the 1 energy. Yeah, okay, this is all illegal. I didn't pay for Accelerated Rot the second time. Was it even legal to play it a second time? I don't think it was. I think I just paid 1 for it, which is like insanely cheating. But I don't remember things well enough to go back, sadly. Oh my god, we're at like 3.5 hours. At 2 hours, I was like, well, I'm about to lose. Why cut now, right? So I have to play cheap stuff, I guess, is the key here. We need Quicken the Earth Struggles. We need Mesmerize Tranquility. We need to play them each like a couple times. I think we want to just play this. Pay 1. Okay. I have to figure out how to move my presence around. I get 3 moves. I need to move this here. So that I can target this, I think. And I guess move another one of these in here. Yeah, I need 2 here to defend all the explorers. Here, actually... Right, I'm planning to play actual defends. Alright, this seems fine, and that was a legal way to move presence. I think I've cheated and given myself some energy, and maybe I think also cheated by blowing this up when I wasn't allowed to. So we're definitely not going to actually win this game. But I'm not going to go like check the footage and try to roll it back. This game's enough of a slog already. All my powers are fast, huh? That's the sign of a player who's losing. So here, I play this once. Actually, let's gain my energy first. So I gain 1 energy and may remove a blight by removing a presence. Wait, do I need 2 plants for that? I do. I can't do this. Well, let's play something with plants on it then. Gift of Abundance then. And that costs 1 more. Okay. Yeah, that's clearly an improvement. I gain 2 energy from this innate. And remove a blight from a land with my presence, which is this one. Mesmerize Tranquility. Well, okay, let's do Quicken the Earth Struggles first. 1 damage to each building. I repeat that in here 2 more times. And then I'm defended. That costs me 2 of these and 2 of these. And I get 4 fear. I think I might actually get there. That's pretty amazing. And I isolate this land. Do I have to do it twice? I don't remember. Yeah, I think I was confused when I played Accelerated Rot twice. I had just played Quicken the Earth Struggles multiple times by paying 1 for it, but that's because it cost 1. Okay. Anyway, so this, now they're attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to play it 1 more time and bring them down to 4. So that's my last one of these and my last energy. Oh, hang on. I can play this and gain 2 energy, right? But more importantly, I get to add another presence here. Well, somewhere. Oh, I see. It doesn't actually, it's not enough, right? They're still attacking for, yeah. I'll put it here, I guess. Because I have to play it 1 more time up here anyway, and then when I do, it's enough. So I don't have to pay any energy for that repeat. I just have to flip my last one of these. I think I mistakenly paid energy for it at some point. Alright. I think that's it for fast powers, which is all of my powers. We move on to invader stuff. Blighted Island. Next turn I'm spending 5 cards, so whichever one is the 6th, I'm not playing. I think I'll try to play Accelerated Rot, Unbearable Deluge, and like Uncanny Melting, maybe? Maybe Dark Skies? But that means I can get rid of these rightmost 2 cards. Why am I getting rid of cards again? Oh, I'm just thinking of what card I'm going to get rid of next turn. Why? So that I can choose what to forget. Right. I'll choose to forget Scream Disease into the Wind, I think. Okay, that's Blighted Island handled. Now events. On each board, choose a land with a city. Build there. Well, that's upsetting. Well, they're not ravaging here yet. And they were about to build a city anyway, so it's really just building a town. Okay. Oh no, Blighted Island, I'm sorry, I don't do that. The island is blighted. On each board, add Blight to a land without presence. You can destroy 2 presents to prevent it if you want. I think I'd rather have the Blight, to be honest. Oh, this isn't isolated anymore. So let's put some Blight here. They're not going to be in the mountains anytime soon, I suspect. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Okay. Up to. I don't have to. But I probably want to so that I can keep this land like less of an issue for my future concerns. Like I could push it to a Wetlands, which they've also... Like, let me look at the invader discard. How many stage 3... They've been in sands like 3 times. I think it's impossible for them to be in sands again. So I'm actually not going to push them out of here. This is a safe space. Well, no. Because they're about to ravage again. And build. They've been in each other land once, huh? Ah, no, they've been in... Wetlands and Mountain twice, and Jungle only once. Oh man, next turn is the last turn. Yikes. But actually, wait a minute. This is the last city. Well, they're going to build another here. But I think I can actually get there. Think. I'm not sure I can destroy 2 cities, actually. I don't think I'm fast enough. Maybe I can get Dahan in here somehow and then defend it? So that the Dahan counterattack? Problem is if I defend... I don't know. Anyway, point is, like... Nobody cares about Wetlands. Oh, that's 1 too many, actually. You go... Actually, why don't you guys all just go... Oops. Why don't you guys all just go here? You're attacking for 0 this turn. Alright, whatever. Because I used this ability twice in this land. Once would be enough to stop them, of course, but... Okay, on each board... I should have looked, right? Gather 1 Dahan into a land with Dahan. In that land, defend 1 per Dahan. Well, that doesn't do anything. I could pull more Dahan in here. Let's pull them here. Might be useful. No, because then they wouldn't counterattack. I need them here. But I must gather. It doesn't say you may. It doesn't say up to 1. So I'll gather this Dahan here. Fine. That's the event. Fear card time. Do I really have 3? Terror level 3. Each player may remove up to 3 health worth of invaders from a land without cities. Oh, well, get out of here. No building for you. Oh, actually, I could stop this city being built. That's way better. Each player chooses a different land to isolate. Also, defend 4 in those lands. What am I worried about them exploring to? Like nothing, right? This is already isolated and defended. Let's just isolate and defend here, just in case I'm somehow crazy wrong. Each player may push any number of explorers or towns from 1 land. Huh. Well, it doesn't really seem to matter. Let's just empty this out so nothing weird happens. Or no. Well, they're going to build in jungles and sands. Yeah, let's just empty this one. No. I'm going to empty the jungle because I already have presence here and there's no blight here. If they're going to build in 1 land, I prefer it be this one. You just go up there. Actually, why don't you go here? I'm defending 2 and you're getting counterattacked for a bunch. Sure. Invader actions. They ravage in sands. Here they attack for 2, but I defend 2. Dahan counterattack for not 6, but 4. That's still enough to kill them. Ravaging in the wetlands here, I defend all 4. In sands, I defend all 2. Here, they're attacking for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I defend 4. Nothing happens. They build in jungles and sands. Nothing happens here. A town here. That's it. Pretty sure I cheated my way to this victory, but we are going to win. And I don't know exactly how I cheated. They explore mountains and jungles. Yep, they can reach all of it. Yeah, empty. That's certainly scary. You lose when they next explore, I agree. But that's their last city. And I'm pretty sure I have enough energy. I just have to reclaim. Yeah. Okay, so I take the reclaim growth option. And I play Quicken the Earth Struggles. Oh, time passes, by the way. I gain 2 energy and a power card. I don't know, none of this like really matters, right? Gift of Twinned Days is kind of like, I already have that ability. But I guess it's, yeah, I don't know, it breaks even on energy and it gives me a sun. I don't know. We'll play Gift of Abundance. And Unbearable Deluge. I think I already gave myself the 2 energy. So I'll just pay 2. And move up to 2 presents. All I have to do is get in here. I'm already in there. These are not here anymore. I guess Blighted Island might kill me. I should be careful about that. No, it won't. But event might somehow kill me. No, it can't because I'm using in the fast action phase, right. I use this. Well, first I gain 2 energy and remove this blight. Then I play this for 2 more energy and add another presence into this wetlands. It's going to be an exciting finish. And I quicken the Earth Struggles 3 times to destroy all buildings. Ah. Okay, I somehow managed to pick up my presents, huh? Whatever. That's 4 fear, but more importantly, there are no cities left. So I'm not sure exactly how many times we cheated here. I'm pretty sure I made a mistake paying for powers up here. I know I did a couple of like retconning things when I realized I'd made a bad decision but had new information that could have affected it. But I think it was mostly about like information I should have known but like didn't think it through. Anyway, this was a much tougher game than the last Sweden 6. And I'm pretty sure I should have lost. But I couldn't figure out exactly how to lose, so I played it out. It would have been pretty unsatisfying to say, oh, I cheated a while ago, I might be dead, let's just quit. So it seems like, I don't know, this spirit, you get to use a lot of your presence as big defend once you get some elements down. So maybe you would do well to work more on this track and less on the card play track. But moving your presence is pretty good too. I don't know. This is like, these power turns are really important. Anyway, I don't know. I'm like out of brain, so we're gonna end this episode here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.